Okay, let's get started. For anybody out there advertising online, which is probably every one of you, let's watch me critique some Google Ads and get you some helpful tips on spending your money wisely. Okay, so for today, I did a search for marine supply in Fort Lauderdale, and I quickly got three ads from Google Ads. And so let's get into this and talk about what I'm seeing here. So we'll start with the first advertiser. Now, to be fair to each of these advertisers, for these two that I have suggestions on, I made them anonymous and hid their names. We all know West Marine, and their ad is actually pretty good, so I left them in there. But yeah, let's start out with this first one. Okay, so I searched for marine supply in Fort Lauderdale, and you'll notice that Google is paying attention, and so it's looking for results in Fort Lauderdale. And for this ad, I got something very narrowly specific for an outboard motor sleeve, motor rigging hose sleeve. So obviously, we're off to a problem here. It's probably in this account, the keywords were not very carefully created, and probably negative keywords are not properly set up. And so what you're having here is I'm searching for a general supply type term, marine supply, and I'm getting something very narrowly specific. So when I see this, I'm probably just gonna skip it. Doesn't really, it feels kind of out of place. Um, and you'll also notice it's the ad is very simple. It doesn't have any bells and whistles. I'll get more into that in a minute, but it doesn't have any location data or phone numbers or map addresses or anything like that. So um, could use some major help for that advertiser. Um, let's move on to a better example, and that is this West Marine ad. So again, I searched for Marine Supply Fort Lauderdale, and what I get is several good things going on here. First, we'll start with just the headline. So, West Marine probably has some advanced features working in their favor. Other advertisers are free to use those also, but they've either made the effort or they're doing a better job of it. First off, you'll notice that the ad is responding to my search with a very specific location and even zip code. That is probably because the ads team at West Marine used dynamic keyword insertion or possibly even location insertion. So what makes this so great is it's telling the searcher, hey, you're in the right spot, you found the right thing. Here we are in Fort Lauderdale, and it even gives me the zip code, which if you're a local in Fort Lauderdale, that probably it even makes it more solid in your mind of what um, of their location and relevant to you. And then it also has this headline that talks about boat supplies, which pretty much matches, not exactly, but what I was searching for, unlike the other ad, which went down a very narrow rabbit hole. But let's keep going. So if you notice the ad copy text here, this is sort of a kind of a motivational statement. Your life on the water. Find all boating, fishing, and paddling supplies. So you know that there's a wide assortment that most likely meets your needs. Um, there's some short, quick, bite-sized phrases. Shop with confidence, match prices, um, more benefits here, hit the water your way. So there's what the ad copywriters have done here is they've packed a lot into the 90 characters available for each of these phrases. So you get a total of two paragraphs each with 90 characters each. So they've done a good work with that. They've included a lot of ideas, a lot of phrases, some benefits. So good use of copywriting. And then continuing on, they've also included a couple extensions. These are add-ons that again every advertiser can use, but in order for these to show, your ads need to be uh, high quality so that when Google assembles your ad and prepares to show it to searchers, these will only show if you've got a well-maintained, very well-managed account. In the industry, we call it ad rank. So if you have a low ad rank, it's a good chance that these extras won't show. Obviously, West Marine probably has a professional team managing their account, and so their ad rank is probably high. And so they've added a location extension for their Fort Lauderdale businesses. And so if you search for their marine supply in the area on a mobile device, you will get very nearby information about close nearby stores. You can click on this map link to get a Google map to show where the nearest locations are. Additionally, if you notice, because of these extra doodads or extensions here, you'll notice that the ad occupies more space on the screen. So you literally get more visual real estate when you add things like this. So for those reasons, I'd give West Marine kudos and say, yep, good job there. And then finally, let's move on to this last advertiser. So again, search for Marine Supply Fort Lauderdale. A couple of good things. It is an ad that relates specifically to my search. Another thing I'll point out, you're able to research online publicly available information, estimates of what advertisers spend on Google Ads. And I'll emphasize it's an estimate. It's not always exactly on, but I did some research on this advertiser. Name's hidden, but I searched for them, and it looks like they spend about $2,500 a month on Google Ads. So anyhow, continuing on, all that we really get in this ad is the company name, the headline, and one one description line here at the bottom. And so this description says, committed to providing superior product availability, pricing, and technical expertise. BOAT. So, Google, when they create these online ads, the algorithms assemble and try to fit ads into a certain space. And in this case, it gave less space and didn't even finish out all of the sentences. So one thing I'll note for you is the space is relatively limited. There's none of these extras like West Marine has. It doesn't have a location. It doesn't have any other additional add-ons. The main problem I have with this ad is that the ad copy is too long and ponderous, so it uses up the 90 character space and only really gets to say a couple things. I rewrote this trying to shoot for this similar idea, and now we also have to be interested in the tone and how we're saying things. But let's say that this advertiser was okay with this tone of voice. If you want to get across more, you have to use shorter, snappier sentences. So in this case, in the same character length, so these are both 90 characters, I was able to put in tons in stock, low prices, technical expertise, 100% satisfaction, major brand, shop now. Whereas in their 90 characters, they only got in committed to providing superior product availability, pricing, and technical expertise. Nothing about satisfaction or brands or no calls to action. So when writing ad copy, be mindful of that limit and try to pack as much as you can into that short space. Okay, well, thanks for listening. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'd love to hear feedback, and we'll talk to you next time.